It's been an unbelievable NHL season. One for the history books. Offense like we haven't seen in 30 years. Storylines everywhere. And entertainment like we haven't seen in years. Maybe even the best season ever? It's gotta be up there, and so it was only fitting that we'd get an unbelievable finale heading into the playoffs. See, coming into tonight's matchup against the Capitals, the Flyers had just a 6% chance of making it. But they had a chance. As for the Capitals, they just needed a win and they were in. Meanwhile, after that incredible comeback last night at home, the Red Wings over in Montreal now just needed a win in any fashion so long as the Capitals lost to the Flyers. So it was set to be a wild finish and presented some interesting scenarios. As Elliot Friedman pointed out, the Flyers had to get a regulation win. So should they be tied in the third period, they were likely to pull their goalie in regulation because an OT win did them no good. And yeah, of course that happened. But there was so much more to it than that. I want to quickly show how we got here because the Flyers got hosed a bit. It was 8 minutes in, Flyers in, Farabee shoots, and where is it? It's in the back of the net. But immediately the ref says no goal, and this was wild. Take a look here. Lindgren makes the save. A puck redirects way up, and while no one seems to know where it is, it happens to come down, redirect off Farabee, and goes in. This is a good goal. Torts on the bench, seeing it, the puck's in the air. But here's the problem. Sutherland, losing sight of it, blew the whistle. Take a listen.
Snapshot off the curl and drag. Fought off there by Lindgren. He didn't have it.
See, he blew the whistle and blew the call, unfortunately. You could argue it was a continuous play, regardless of the whistle, but while the puck was still in motion, the second it redirects off of Farabee here, the play is technically dead. So it was the wrong call on the ice, but the right call after review, as this was not a good goal. And I was thinking, imagine this game comes down to one goal. Well, naturally, the Capitals in now. McElrath shoots and they score. It's redirected off of Ovi in front with his 31st of the year, and the Capitals, with under 2 to go, took the oh-so-important lead and would hold that lead heading into the middle frame, where it was the Flyers pushing back just over the net here, but shortly after, Zamula from way out the shot, and they score. With traffic in front, it's Eric Johnson with the redirect, just his 5th of the year, but it's a big one as the Flyers had tied the game. And that is how things stayed late into the third and final period. And so with time taken away, it gets us back to the scenario Friedman had pointed out. And sure enough, they were definitely talking about it, but pause. Because little did they know, this didn't matter. Over in Montreal, it was the Red Wings with the goalie pulled. In what was a 1-goal game late in the third, the Canadiens clear it and the officials gave them the icing. It's close, a bit controversial here, but they gave it to them and they had just enough time. It's Gostisbehere to Perron, the shot, and he scores. Perron with the buzzer beater to push the game into overtime, which meant not only did they keep their playoff hopes alive, they had officially eliminated the Flyers from the playoffs. However, back in Philly now, Torts had no idea this had just happened. So again, thinking they were still alive, he pulled his goalie in a tied hockey game, and almost immediately after, it's TJ Oshie with the empty netter to just about seal the deal. And guess what this meant? Just after the Red Wings had eliminated the Flyers from the playoffs by securing OT, by pulling their goalie and giving up this empty netter, the Flyers returned the favor almost immediately, eliminating the Red Wings from the playoffs. I mean, come on. And so, even though Showtime, Patrick Kane wound up taking it in a shootout, they knew it. It didn't matter anyway, as the Capitals, who 2.5 months ago had less than a 5% chance of making it, would end up holding on and punch their ticket to the playoffs with the final wildcard slot. That's right, the Capitals with a minus 37 goal differential. But look at that smile. It doesn't matter how you got there. It's definitely a tough pill to swallow, but hey, congrats to the Caps. And yeah, that's about it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you in the next one.